Alright, Shalom, Yah Shalom. I'm going to give all praises to Abanawa, Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Mashayach, Yahawashi, his heavenly son that sitteth on his right hand. Alright, much love to all the brothers pushing work in truth and meekness. And much love to, all the elders that paved the way for the young brothers. So, this video is going to be called Yahawashi, who the world called Jesus or Joshua, which, the word Jesus comes from the word Joshua, which is, I believe, Latin or English. I don't know, somewhere mixed up in there, but whatever. But, it's the Hebrew word Yahawashi, which means Yahweh saves, which is Joshua's name. It says Yahawashi, the prophet, like Moses, because when you read Deuteronomy, the 18th chapter, it tells you Yahweh was going to raise up a prophet like Moses. And when we read the book of Joshua, not Joshua, but when we read the book of Deuteronomy, the 34th chapter, I believe the 10th verse, it tell you, after Joshua, son of Nun, was full of the spirit of wisdom, and Moses laid his hands on him, that in the 10th verse it says, there arose not a prophet like unto Moses, sent in Israel. So tell you that, there wasn't nobody like Moses, right even after he laid his hands on Joshua, the son of Nun. So with that, I'm going to, we got Yahawashi and we got Moses, and we're going to show the similarities, a little bit of similarities. You can go, look these scriptures up yourself. So here we got Moses, number one, Salakia for the the horrible writing. I know my hand writing ain't that good, but hopefully, somebody can be edified in the name of the Heavenly Father, through his heavenly son. This is Moses. You got Exodus 32 and 30. It says, I shall make an atonement for you, for your sin, right? Because when you read Exodus 32 and 30, Moses was trying to make an atonement for the sins of the nation of Israel, which is a similitude of Mashayach Yahawashi, because Mashayach Yahawashi did the same thing. He said what? Romans 5 and 11. By whom we have now received the atonement, right? Like it tell you, this, my righteous servant shall justify many. He's going to purge us, atone us, cleanse us. Salakia. So, Exodus 32 and 30, I shall make an atonement for your sin. That's exactly what Moses, he did, man, and he tried to do, He tried to make atonement for the nation of Israel's sins, man, when we was going off. Romans 5:11, by whom we have now received atonement through Mashayach Yahawashi. Okay. Which the word atone comes from the Hebrew word kapar. Some say kafar, but kafar, however you pronounce it. It says atone, purge, reconcile, right? And that's exactly what Mashayach Yahawashi did. He reconciled us back to the Heavenly Father. Because the Most High wasn't dealing with us, and he still ain't dealing with us on a level, we want it to be, and how it should be. But because we had pretty much was fell away like it says in the epistles, but we have that kapar, which means to atone, purge, reconcile, right? Which is exactly what Yahawashi did, reconcile the nation of Israel, which is the same word is for atone. The word atonement also means to reconcile and purge. We got Ephesians 2 and 16, that he might reconcile. Yahawashi was reconciling the nation of Israel just like Moses, which the word reconcile is a Hebrew word, kapar, which means to atone, purge, and reconcile. Okay, so let's see what next we have. We have Exodus for number 3. We have Exodus 34 and 28. 40 days and 40 nights, no bread or water. So we got Moses fasting for 40 days and 40 nights. You know, you could read that in Exodus 34 and 28. Now let's go over and see what we have under Yahawashi. Oh, Slakia. Yeah, I done went too far. I done skipped it. I'm gonna go back up. Yeah, we have an atonement, right? Where I was at atonement, which Yahawashi was an atonement to reconcile. Ephesians 2 and 16. Now we have Exodus. For number 2, we have Exodus 32 and 32. And if not, blot me, I pray thee. So that's what Moses said. Moses, basically, when you read Exodus 32 and 32, Moses said, pretty much he would die. He would have died for the nation of Israel. He told the Most High, if you won't forgive their sins, I'll die for them. Okay, which is a similitude to Mashayach Yahawashi, because none of the prophets said that they would gave up their life for the nation of Israel. You know, it's only one person that said that, and that would have did that. It says his suffering servant. You know, Mashayach Yahawashi, the true suffering servant. Okay, the Mashayach that was prophesied to be cut off. You know. So he said Exodus 34, no, it's like Exodus 32 and 32. And then, if not, blot me, I pray thee out of thy book. So when you read that scripture in Exodus, Exodus 32 and 32, Moses said to blot him out of the book. You know, meaning Moses said he was basically saying he would have died for the nation of Israel, man. You know? Exodus 32 and 32. And if not, blot me, I pray thee, out of thy book. That's what Moses said. So Moses said he would have died for the nation of Israel, man. Let's see what Yahawashi said. Number 2, John 10 and 15. I lay down my life for the sheep. Right? So Yahawashi said he laid down his life for the sheep. Just like Moses said he would have he said he would have died for the nation of Israel. You can read that in Exodus 32 and 32. He said, blot me out, meaning that means to kill me. If you won't forgive, because he said, if you won't forgive Israel, kill me. You know, blot me out of your book. That's what Moses said. Showing you he's like Moses. Yahawashi is like Moses, because, you know, Yahawashi was a similitude for Moses, man. You know, a shadow of things to come. You know, Mashal. Yahawashi is Mashal. You know, Israel is Mashal. You know, which we know the word Mashal means dominion and byword. You know, parable. We're twofold. But Exodus 32 and 32. And if not, blot me, I pray thee. Right? So we have Moses saying he would have died for the nation of Israel. Yahawashi said, John 10 and 15, I lay down my life for the sheep. Now we have number 3. Number 3 says 40 days and 40 nights, no bread, no water. So when you read Exodus 34 and 28, Moses didn't eat for 40 days and 40 nights. Now, when we get to Matthew 4 and 2, right? Yahawashi didn't eat for 40 days and 40 nights. So he fasted 40 days and 40 nights. Moses fasted 40 days and 40 nights. That's number 4. No, that's number 3, right? So we got the number 4. Exodus 34 and 29. His face shone. It's okay. So Moses' face was real shiny. You know, he had an aura on his face, man. You know, the spirit was glistening off of him, man. Okay, he was in the presence of the Heavenly One. Okay, we have Matthew number 4, Matthew 17:2. Yahawashi face shone too. His face was shining. He shined like like the stars of heaven, man. Okay. We have number 5. Exodus 24:9. 70 elders of Israel. Numbers 11:16. We got number 5. Luke chapter 10, verse 1 through 17. Appointed 70. Yahawashi appointed 70. Moses had to gather 70 elders of Israel. Okay, so pretty similar, man. Yahawashi, the prophet, like Moses. Okay, and that's number 5. Okay, the 70 elders. Yahawashi appointed 70. You can read that in Luke. We have number 6, Gentile king. Exodus 1 through 15 through 6. If a son, kill him. Exodus 1 and 22. Kill the son, save the daughter. So we had Exodus 1, chapter verse 15 through 22. You see, Pharaoh wanted to kill the sons, man, in the time of Moses. And then when we get to Yahawashi, Matthew 2 and 16, slave Hebrew children like Pharaoh. Oh, slew Hebrew children like Pharaoh. Right? So Yahawashi went through the same thing like Moses, These Gentile kings were trying to kill Israelite males, while they were babies. Okay? But they both went through that. So Yahawashi is pretty much like Moses, man. And Yahawashi had 12 apostles, Matthew 10. Moses had 12 spies to number the spy of the land. I believe that's in Numbers, the 13th chapter. Okay? You could read that. So Yahawashi Mashayach, the prophet like Moses, man. Not Joshua son of Nun. Yahawashi Hamashiach. Okay? Not Joshua son of Nun, but Joshua Hamashiach Yahawashi. Okay? So what we got, Moses said he would make an atonement for your sin. We have, which Yahawashi said he was our atonement. Okay? We have Moses saying that he would die for the nation of Israel to blot him out of the book if the Most High won't forgive Israel. Exodus 32 and 32. Okay? Which Yahawashi said he laid down his life for the sheep. We have number 3, Exodus 34 and 28, 40 days and 40 nights. We have Moses fasting for 40 days and 40 nights, eating no bread and drinking no water, Exodus 34 and 28. We had Yahawashi fasting for 40 days and 40 nights, Matthew 4 and 2. We have number 4, Exodus 34 and 29. Moses' face was shown when he came down out of the mountain. We have number 4, Matthew 17 and 2. Yahawashi's face shining like Moses, and I don't think Joshua son of Nun face was shining, and I don't think Joshua son of Nun fasted for 40 days. Also, Joshua son of Nun didn't say that he would die for the nation of Israel if the Most High wouldn't forgive him. Okay. How many people would have died for the nation of Israel, man? Not too many, man. And Moses said he would have died for the nation of Israel, Exodus 32 and 32. Just like Mashayach Yahawashi, showing you the foreshadow of things to come. We have Exodus 24 and 9, the 70 elders of Israel. Moses was told to gather. Numbers 11:16. Yahawashi appointed 70. Okay, Luke 10, chapter 10, verse 1 through 17. And we have number 6, the Gentile kings that were ruling over the Israelites. The Pharaoh in the time of Moses, he told them to kill the sons and save the daughters, because that's what was going on in the time of Moses, man. So that's just like what was going on in the time of Yahawashi, Matthew 2 and 16. Pharaoh tried to kill all the males and all that, so he can stop the Messiah, meaning Herod, that fucking devil slacker. But yeah, number 7, 12 spies, Numbers 13th chapter, number 7. Yahawashi had 12 apostles, man. And I gave 7 references, man, to show that Yahawashi is like Moses. I could have put more, but I wanted to just put 7, because 7 equals completion. Shabbat. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shabbat. Yahweh Shabbat you want. Okay? Yahawashi, the prophet like Moses. Number 1, he said he would atone for, make an atonement for Israel's sins. That's what Yahawashi did, made an atonement for Israel's sins. We have number 2. He said if the Most High wouldn't forgive Israel, that he would die for them. Exodus 32 and 32. We have number 3, Exodus 34 and 28. Moses fasted 40 days and 40 nights, which Yahawashi did the same thing in Matthew 4 and 2. And we have number 4, his face shining. Exodus 34 and 29. Number 4, Matthew 17 and 2 from Yahawashi's side, right? Matthew 17 and 2, Yahawashi face shine, just like Moses. Exodus 34 and 29. That's number 4. That's the 4th reference. Then we're gonna give you the 5th reference. Exodus 24 and 9. 70 elders of Israel. Numbers 11 and 16. Okay. Appointing us 70. Luke 10, 1 through 17. Okay. Yahawashi and Moses, they both dealt with 70. Okay. And also the the heathen rulers tried to kill the kids of the children of Israel, just like it happened with Moses, and just like it happened with Yahawashi with King Herod. You had Pharaoh and King Herod, both destroying Israelite male children. Okay, Moses and Yahawashi both had to go through that. Okay, their parents both had to go through that. We have number 7, the 12 spies, Numbers 13th chapter. 12 apostles, Matthew 10th chapter. All praise Abba Yahweh, man. Yahawashi, the prophet like Moses.